will get to the mandates and the stuff, but let's start with something fun that happened over the weekend, is happening for several more weekends. The Coachella Music Festival got off to a smooth start over the weekend. Acts like Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, Swedish House Mafia, The Weeknd, all headlining Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. This festival, by the way, a lot of people don't know this, started in 1999 as a 2-day event, featured Beck and Rage Against the Machine. Around 25,000 people in attendance, did not make a dime. Now it's a 6-day festival, draws almost 1 million people, and they started hitting the $100 million profit mark in 2017.
Wow.
Back in my day when we used to go. But there were a lot of surprise guests. Blur, Damon Albarn from Blur and Gorillaz. He appeared with Billie Eilish. They did a song. Daniel Caesar brought out Justin Bieber. They did their Peaches song. Anita brought out Snoop Dogg.
Chris was telling me that there was 11 writers to that. I get my peaches in Georgia.
11
writers?
I put my pot in L.A. I get my...
Richard Marx has thoughts about
I
that.
get my zucchini.
Get my bread from Kansas.
Okay. He's literally just reading a list of where he gets shit
Groceries.
from. Yeah.
Did somebody come in and just go, I got it, after like days of research, like peaches?
Or it's like, 9 guys weren't enough to put this 3-minute song to bed. It's a retarded nursery rhyme. And they had to get, what did you say, Chris? You said 11 guys, I think.
That's shameful. That's embarrassing.
Chris, didn't you say 11 guys worked on that song?
Yeah, I'm pulling up the clip right now. It's pretty...
11.
I wonder if like it's a contractual thing with like certain producers, you know what I mean? They get to be big enough, and it's like, I'm working on the song. I'm getting
Put my name on
credit.
it.
Well, Ed Sheeran, he said once that the problem that happens with writers on songs is that they're just if you're in the room. Like, say, we go visit a studio, and we're there, and it's like, you should pause there or something. They go, I'm a writer on it.
Right.
And that becomes like a legal thing, like crazy.
Ugh.
Yeah, if you listen to the song, it's stupid, but a little bit catchy, but dumb, and, and not practical.
11 people didn't need to write it?
No.
Okay.
No, probably 7.
Max. On your best day.
7 people.
Yeah. How many Beatles wrote songs? It's sort of Lennon McCartney.
At most 4.
McCartney.
At most 4.
Is that the top?
That's funny.
Here it is. All right.
11 people.
11 people.
Okay. Wow. Well, there was one special guest that came up. My hair is actually a nod to her today. I was so inspired after watching the clip several times. Harry Styles brought out somebody you would never, ever have expected had an influence on him, that he was a fan of. And after a couple of his songs, this happened.
Oh, Shania Twain.
Come on, girls.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. All bets are off.
Should have brought up Mutt Lang.
Yeah.
They did Feel Like a Woman. Harry Styles is loving it. And the crowd goes wild. They think they're at Stagecoach.
They don't have to leave.
Yeah, right.
Does she have kids?
I don't know. She's 56, though.
Yeah, like how cool would she look though if she has kids to her?
Oh my God! So after this, they sit on stage together and they're about to do a duet. I wonder if you could figure out which song. And she says, like, I'm starstruck right now. And Harry said, you have no idea how much you've inspired me because every time we got in the car, my mom had you on, and this is a big deal for me. So it was very heartfelt back and forth. And then they went into this mega hit, which also inspired my hair today. So Harry Styles, she does. Harry Styles and Shania Twain on bar stools singing Still the One to each other. And he's a true fan.
Now, like I said,
It's very cute.
I know Brent wishes there was a comedy version of this where it's like, you pay me $1 million to do a 50-minute set.
Don't even get me started with that.
I bring out Patton Oswalt and Jimmy Kimmel.
And I could wear a chandelier vest like that, and it'd fucking be awesome.
You guys tell a few stories.
Yeah.
Limit it to 26 minutes.
Do the one about the birthday clown.
Yeah, because he's getting $7 million bucks.
It's unbelievable.
She got a Southwest ticket and a that a boy from her 19-year-old son, right? Like, hey, wouldn't this be cool to come up and just kind of, I can hang back with, bring the acoustic guitar.
And you know who gets all the credit for it? Harry Styles.
Right.
Yeah, and you get a good wind machine up there.
Oh,
you get
yeah.
the perfect green room.
Yeah.
You're not arguing with club owners.
We got a Grammy list of all the people that are nominated.
So this is where I originally saw when there was the first category, Song of the Year. So here's some of the nominees.
And this guy's never been born. Yes.
We're bequeathing it to him.
Look, that song is...
That's a money laundering scheme.
That song's like 3 minutes and 21 seconds long.
Is.
I mean, if that was Inagata Davida or something, I could Stairway to Heaven.
Right.
Maybe, you go to the bullpen, but for 3 minutes
we didn't start the fire, all those lyrics, so we need all those songwriters.
The Lion King, Aladdin, Henry Winkler.
And to juxtapose, you know who?
The Lego Movie.
How many people? Which is a great movie, by the way. You know how many people are credited as writers on Dolly Parton songs? One.
Oh, it's just her, yeah.
One.
Shania Twain?
That's right. Mutt Lange.
Same.
I think Mutt Lange, the producer, took off with Shania's friend or something. I think there was a couples team. I think it was, and then the couple went with Shania.
He's very reclusive, so you'd have a hard time verifying a lot of that. But
I think it was a couple switch hang thing.
We've talked about this before. That definitely sounds familiar.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, she has a total creation. But good for her.
Yeah.
Poor Shania, she looked fantastic. She's at Coachella.
Yeah, she's happy as a clam.
Yeah, Robert Lang broke up after having an affair with Shania's best friend.
Wife swap.
Oh,
And
boy.
but where did she go? Did she go another direction with someone that he knew? All right.
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. This is okay. Sorry, I'm reading it in real time.
How dare you?
So yeah, he had an affair with Shania's best friend, and then Shania married the husband of that best friend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a good.
Google me right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I even posted today, all the girls, everyone wants those loose, beachy waves. I'm over it. I want to do full 90s Country Music Award red carpet arrival. I think we all need to go back to
very
that.
Faith Hill today.
I feel very Faith Hill. Thank you.
And Shania.
I was singing Jody Messina when we walked in today. I'm feeling it.
That's like me with Yellowstone right now.
Oh, are you?
I'm getting obsessed with that damn show, and I'm just like, God, I want to be a cowboy right now.
What about, have you started 1883? Or are you going to watch that later?
No, but isn't that supposed to be like a prequel to that or something?
Yeah, how they all got there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
So some breaking news, at least as we record, a federal judge in Florida has voided the national mask mandate covering airplanes and other public transportation as exceeding the authority of U.S. health officials. The decision Monday by U.S. District Judge Catherine Kimball Mizell in Tampa also said the CDC failed to justify its decision and did not follow proper rulemaking. It was a 59-page ruling, and she said the only remedy was to vacate the entire thing because it's impossible to end it just for the people who don't want it. So it's just got to be ended. The CDC recently extended the mask mandate until May 3rd, allowing more time to study this BA2 Omicron subvariant.
Well, let me say this. There's no such thing as a no mask mandate. There's just a no mandate to wear a mask.
Back to normal.
If you're a fucking pussy or there's something wrong with your head or you have something or whatever, then feel free to wear the fucking paper mask in between bites. That'll be... You can do that. People have done that. There's precedent for that.
Yeah, I get it.
It's unclear how quickly the ruling will be implemented at airports, train stations, the country, or if the Justice Department will attempt to block it. So,
well, there'll be a lot of doom and gloom. Look, Florida and California ended up in the same place in terms of deaths. But the study that factored in missed days at school for kids and the economy.
The economy's a
Florida
big one.
is top 5, and guess where California is? Fucking 49th,
47th.
I think, or 47th. All right, so we did very much worse than them. We ended up in the same place. Just fucking admit it. You screwed the pooch, California. You hate Ron DeSantis. Fine. He happened to make the right call.
Yeah.
It doesn't. We can't affect it like you think we can, and just fucking drop it. They're going to start up with this. Oh, get the body bags. Like they were just on Daytona Beach spring break. 2 years ago, going, why are people seven? Fuck you, all you people. Just look, if you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Fucking get on with it.
Let's just get back.
If it made a difference, I'd be with it. California's the most locked down, or amongst the most. Florida's the most open.
Least, yeah.
We end up in the same spot. Oh, give me that fucking Sonny Hostra fucking clip from The View.
Oh, did she have thoughts?
She has thoughts.
Well,
she has thoughts
while
about
you're,
everything.
if you don't have it,
thoughts.
okay, I was going to say, I'll wait on
Well,
that.
first gig, I was by myself, no pet, nobody. Oh, let's watch this for a second. I want to see this.
Here's
I
Sonny.
think when it comes to mask mandates, they're there because people just aren't great people. And that's just the bottom line. Americans just aren't great to each other. We just aren't. And so when it comes to things like flying, the mask mandate is supposed to be lifted April 18th. I don't want to get on a plane with super spreaders. I don't want to get on a plane with 214 other people that are going to be breathing on me with their COVID breath. I don't want it. I don't want it. I want the mask. I want the mask.
All right, first things first. All roads lead to narcissism. This is it. It's all narcissism. It's all narcissism. It's all me. I don't want. Take the fucking bus, bitch. Number one. Number two, she's an attorney. She sounds like a fucking 9-year-old. I don't want it. I want a mask. I don't want it. That's what fucking 9-year-olds sound like.
What does COVID breath actually smell like?
I don't know. Could we get one fucking normal, sane person on that show to fucking push back, or they just decided we're going to take 5 crazy yentas and we'll all go down crazy alley together?
Yeah, the same, like the Real Housewives that Cohen does. You know, I think with The View, they just started going, you know what? Let's stop trying to make it. Let's lean into crazy because that's going to get people to watch. That's a ridiculous
She's
statement.
a educated woman, and look,
Americans aren't good people. I mean,
Well,
what the
first
hell
off,
did you just say?
It's quite the statement to lead with.
That's
well,
a
by the
crazy
way,
opener.
Americans aren't good people. But not her.
Right.
Yeah.
She's the good person. She wants to wear the mask
Right.
She
everywhere.
doesn't want the COVID breath. Okay, in her defense, we don't want the COVID
I don't
breath.
want it. I don't want
Even
it.
though it smells like
Jesus
vanilla.
Christ. Or articulate your fucking position, bitch, and not just be emotional. You know,
Yeah.
Show me some fucking data. Get out the fucking dim the lights.
Yeah.
Put up the fucking
Overhead
slideshow.
projector.
Overhead projector. Get out the
Yeah.
fucking grease
Have some
pencil.
points.
Have some points, like how many times it's been spread over a plane and how it's a vector of transmission. Bring something, bitch, instead of just fucking panicking everyone. And you're just talking to like-minded fucking unemployable daytime yentas and going, oh yeah, she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it. Yeah.
So what am I supposed to do as a comedian? Like that? Like I have to be on the damn plane.
Yeah, right.
With your COVID
True.
breath.
Well, you make some good points about what happened between California and Florida, and I'll just put a button on it saying that
Max Zapata. My clip from the doctors, just the first 30 seconds.
All right.
We could save this nation. We could. If everyone would act like me. This is from 2 years ago, almost. I sent out a tweet calling everyone a pussy. Here's how you must answer questions when being called out.
Yeah, this is December of 2020.
December 2020, me as a guest on the TV show The Doctors.
You know, I agree about social media. It's doing a lot for a lot of people. And you also, by the way, you post controversial tweets, and you're a comedian, and you talk about it. This is one that stuck out. And since with The Doctors, I want to point this out. You said, quote, turns out the people dying from COVID are old or sick or both. How many of you bleeps got played,
Pussies.
and who's going to get played next time? What exactly were you trying to say there?
Exactly what I said. It's exactly what I mean.
So only
It's all there.
Only old and sick people are dying from COVID?
All right. That's the point. Stick by your fucking guns, pussies. Don't be fucking bullied. Don't let the ones who never stop talking about bullying bully you. Just fucking stick by it. There you go. Old people and sick people. That's who dies, everybody. Fuck all you. Get your shit together. We
And
got
you
a fucking
didn't-
country to run here.
And you didn't restate it, but in a more flowery way, which is what he was asking. You said it's
What
what,
did
I
you mean
Clearly
by it?
expecting
I
a
meant
walk
what I
back or
said.
clarification or something.
Oh, yeah.
I'll walk it back when I'm wrong, not when you got your panties in a bunch,
You
bitch.
Charles Barkley'd that. That was good.
That's
that was
right.
Good. It's
That's
like
exactly
I
what I
said what I
meant.
said, and I stick to it.
Yes.
Well, what you said about California versus Florida is right. The only button I'll put on it is that according to a new poll, Californians thought exactly what California did was the right thing to do. And what
That's why we're fucking
Florida
dumb.
thought what Florida did was the
kidding?
right thing to do. Only you're right. They had about the same amount of cases, but we didn't fare so well out here in the Golden State in terms of the economy and education.
That's personally just the. I know everybody didn't know what was how to deal with this,
Careful,
obviously,
careful.
but my
Handle
whole thing
this.
is like the economy and everything. It's just like that's where we're really going to suffer for years now.
Well, not only that,
You know?
we talk about, it's interesting. You go like, kids being home from school, the relationship with kids. First thing, worst thing you can do to a kid is scare them.
Yeah.
We got basically, we've taken the country and we've gone, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take half the country's kids that are either black and Hispanic and convince them we live in a racist nation and there's a target on the back. And then the white kids will convince them that they need to wear a mask and COVID's going to get them. We'll scare the fuck out of everyone. It causes real anxiety. You kept them out of school in California for a fucking year and a half because the teachers' unions are fucking bought and sold and they're pussies and they bought the fucking governor. I don't know why people think this is a good system, but they're fucking coward pussies. The other part is not just the relationship the kids have with school, which is now severed. You can't tell kids to stay home for a year and a half. That's like having 18 cases of mono or something or whatever. That's the longest a kid could stay home was 2 weeks. He's got mono. And I was like, son of a bitch.
I know. Lucky fucker.
That to me was like the guy in Vietnam who got shot in the foot and got to go back home. You know what I mean? Like $1 million mono. But sad to say, it affects everyone's relationship with school. Yeah. The difference between parents and your kid missing a day of school pre-being off for a year and a half versus been home for a year and a half, no big whoop. It's a different prism that you view that through. You're like, school's like, if they miss a day, or like my son, he said he had the stomach flu or something. He missed one day, then they tell him to miss the next day because everything's about we can't spread this, we can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Like, well, you've been on a futon for a year and a half. What difference is this going to make? You fucked up kids, California, badly, and teachers' unions badly. You knew the signs, you knew what was going on, and you fucking took it out on the kids, and especially the inner city and the poor little brown and black ones, which you claim to care about the most. You fucked them up the most. So good fucking luck to you, assholes. Suicide, drug ODs, depression, it's all there.
Literally cutting on themselves.
Thank you. And then you called the guy who wanted to keep the schools open in Florida a murderer the entire time. So, all right, now we got the results. Who are we going to listen to next time? That's all I'm saying. California will go down this road again. That's why it may not be salvageable.
Yeah.
They're overwhelmingly. Gavin Newsom still has an emergency. Are we still in an emergency order from Gavin Newsom 2 years plus in? He's still doing it by emergency decree?
Isn't that a funding thing? Which I'm saying, to your point,
probably.
Wouldn't it be better for him to say we are?
Yeah. Would it surprise you if it was?
No, but I'm just saying he is the dictator in this equation, not Florida, California. You guys are under the fucking boot of a dictator, not Florida. Wear a mask or don't wear a mask. That's not a dictatorship. Or if it is, it's piss poor. Jesus Christ.
Are you saying like a passive aggressive dictator?
Yes.
And it's like, we're
if
doing
you
this
care,
unless
you
you
do
don't
it.
want to.
Right.
But also,
Elon
whatever.
Musk
Make
buying Twitter's not an attack on free speech. It's a genius going, I'm opening it up to whatever speech. That's not an attack on free speech. It could be something, but let's not call it that. That's what I'm saying. We're labeling everything.
Well, let's move on to a different disease. One thing people haven't been good at protecting themselves against during the pandemic, because, flus went down, COVID, no one was touching each other, everyone was home. However, gonorrhea and syphilis surged to a 30-year high in the U.S. Yes.
Amongst guys named Serge. I don't think people know that.
If your name's Serge,
you're going to have gonorrhea.
That's right. There were almost 700,000 infections with gonorrhea detected in 2020. This is the highest number since 1990. For anyone who doesn't know,
must have been working, huh?
That's right. Gonorrhea leads to pain, urinating, and an unpleasant discharge from the genitals.
Boy, does it.
Discharge is such a gross word, isn't it?
As for syphilis, there were 144,000 cases spotted over the same period, also a record of the last 3 decades. Yeah,
I have a theory. Now, cases may be up. That might be the case. I bet there's a lot of people who put off going to the doctor.
That's exactly
for a
right.
year or two.
That's exactly right.
Oh, that's a good theory.
That is not a theory.
Oh,
that is exactly what's going on.
Oh, really? Look
Suggested
at you.
Because of lack of testing.
Deep.
Because they told you stay home or whatever, so you weren't really aware of it. You thought, it'll pass. Rising rates of drug use, as we talked about, also behind the rise. So people making bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good news for you. Lynch beautifully just scooped me and stepped all over at the top of the show, but it's worth talking about. From gonorrhea to diarrhea, Taco Bell bringing back the Mexican pizza. No word yet on the Bell Beefer, but they are going to bring back this pizza that everybody loves. May 19th, the pizza's return seems to be traced back to change.org because we're out of problems.
I say move on.
Generation.
That's right.
Yeah, they generated 170,000 signatures. The company even got Doja Cat to make the announcement at Coachella, where she seems to have partnered up with
Coachella.
them. This is what that
Good
sounded
for her.
like.
Make that money.
Pretty sure there's a partnership
This
there.
is not rock and roll or whatever.
Yeah, by the way, how much of people Coachella stoned and shit going, you should just fucking say Mexican pizza?
Yeah, how high am I?
How fucking
Is that part of
rolling
the
am I?
lyrics?
Yeah.
It also
But screw
sounds
it,
like
if you pay me, I'll do it.
sounds like a gay porn position.
right.
The Mexican pizza. Chris said he bought 5 what?
Oh yeah, I bought 5 of them the last day that they were out, just because I was going to my friend's house. I'm like, I'm getting everybody Mexican pizzas on the way in, and yeah, so I spent all that money. I mean,
Oh,
not
wow.
that much money, but
Yeah, it's like
$12.
$1
tricked.
pizza.
I feel tricked. I feel tricked either way.
My wife, Christy, works on works for the company that represents them, their marketing. It's not our client, but she works for the company. There was outrage amongst Taco Bell fans when Mexican pizza went away a few months ago.
Really?
Oh my! Are you? Yes.
I gotta
Wow.
say a couple things. I was walking. I did a whole. Me and my son did a whole lap of City Walk, and I haven't been up there and done the City Walk in many a year.
Same.
And you got to take a few years off. It's like Disneyland. And I walked the whole length of the place. And it was fat people everywhere. This is just Easter Sunday, folks and their kids. There were plumpers up and down. And like the part where buy BMI and all that, all that stuff, that's all very, technical. Just go to a place you used to go to 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and just walk amongst the people. You don't need a clipboard. You don't need a scale. You don't need calipers or anything. Just walk and go,
Couple eyeballs.
Boy, fat.
mouth
Oh,
agape.
that kid is fat. Oh, that kid is fatter. You know what I mean? That kid's fat and his dad's fat and his mom's fat. Like it is all over everywhere.
Would you call it a pandemic or an epidemic?
Well, if you work, if you talk to some guys like my friend Jake, who was a writer on Kimmel, then became a physician, and they start talking about diabetes and those centers where you go there and you get on the machine and all that stuff. It's like, oh, it's an epidemic. I mean, it's coming. I
Yeah.
mean, we're all going to have to pay for it. It's insane that. Look, you get a 9-year-old who's morbidly obese, and they just carry that through their life.
Yeah.
How much does that cost us? How much does it cost them? Like it should be job one. Bill Maher's the only person that'll bring it up, and he gets yelled at.
Yeah.
It's insane. So the least healthy thing you could be is a kid, unless it gets renewed. The California state emergency expires June 30th.
Oh, so we're still very much in it.
We got a few more months of
milk
the
it.
emergency
Yeah.
going. All right, let's bring her home.
You got it. I'm Gina Grad, and that's the news.
My name is Art Fuss.
That was the news with Gina Grad.
Is anyone, hey Chris, is anyone else under the emergency order? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it's New Jersey, maybe it's Michigan.
The green state's on your screen.
And I
Texas
believe
is still under an emergency order?
Yeah, they said that disaster proclamation expires April 22nd.
That's tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
okay.
just 2 days from now.
also I heard this morning that Pennsylvania is going back to mass indoors.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
great.
right.
That's going to be
You're
really
going
good.
Are you going that way?
No,
for
yeah.
show?
So I got shows in Pittsburgh this weekend.
Perfect.
I
That's
just
right.
came back from Philly last night.
Bring
So-
a mask.
Bring a mask. All right, last but not least, there's Lifelock. Tax season is always crazy, but this year I feel a little more stressful. If you fall victim to scammers pretending to be IRS, asking for personal info, bank accounts, or for you to wire them money, it's important to understand how cybercrime and identity theft are affecting our lives every day. Put our info at risk on the internet. In an instant, cyber criminals could harm your finances and your credit. Good thing there's LifeLock. LifeLock helps detect a wide range of identity threats like your social security number for sale on the dark web. You'll have access to a dedicated restoration specialist if you become a victim. So protect yourself with LifeLock Right, Dawson?
No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but you can keep what's yours with LifeLock by Norton. Join now and save up to 25% off your first year with promo code Adam. Call 1-800-LifeLock or head to lifelock.com. Use promo code Adam for 25% off.
The Lion's Den Pod is the name of Brent Morin's podcast. And also, we got live dates, Homestead, PA.
That's where I'm
Pittsburgh,
heading.
at Pittsburgh Improv, and also that'll be Friday through Sunday. Then Los Angeles, Melrose Improv, that'll be April 28th, and then Dallas, Addison, the Addison Improv, that'll be April 29th through May 1st. Website, BrentMorin.com. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me, man. Yeah,
It was
come
fun.
on to those shows. It'll be good.
So until next time, Adam Carolla for Brent Morin and Gina Grad and Paul Bryan saying mahalo.
Like, I'm not a pushover either.
Well, what I did is I just walked up to the kid while he was standing on the sofa, and I said, hey, look, I don't know. I don't want any problem. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Art Fuss. Fucking right in his Adam's apple.
Dad, you have to stop punching my friends in the Adam's apple.
That's a lesson you don't learn twice.